to start the year off with you.
Me too.
And we're going to talk about being well, taking care of ourselves, and your new business. Yay! Look, yay! So what's up, y'all? You're now tuning in to Saturdays with my Keisha. Of course, I'm your host. And I am so happy to be here with my friend. Now goes by the name Jesus Doctor. Okay, Katrina Beasley.
Yes, it is.
And today we're going to talk about her new business, Holistic Wellness and Counseling.
Yes.
I wasn't surprised when you told me. I mean, I was surprised you were starting a business, but when you said what it was about, I was like, oh yeah, please help me.
Yeah.
Because you've always had it together since I've known you.
Oh.
Which is just a few years, but I mean.
Thank you.
So, welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So, tell me about your business. Tell me about Holistic Wellness and Counseling.
Yes. So, Holistic Wellness and Counseling is pretty much a business ran to help promote healthy mind, body, and soul. So I provide a multitude of opportunities for you to achieve this by like virtual in-person sessions. And basically, this is for you to become your best self. So I think that everything connects together. Your mind, your soul. If that's happy, then you exude happiness. So
yeah, and you can try to cover it up, but that little 8%. People can still see.
Yes.
Is what I was told.
Exactly.
I was going through my own healing journey.
Yes.
Because this is 2025.
Yes.
And last year, I mean, I feel like a lot of times people are like, last year was tough. Look, every year is tough.
It is.
So, how was your last year, and what are you doing for the new year before we get into the business more?
Definitely. My last year was good. A lot of it was developing. I knew I wanted to become an entrepreneur. I knew I wanted to start a business, but just getting all the research and resources to be able to make that happen. I know that after I finished my PhD back in 2022.
First off, okay, congratulations, girlfriend. And that was 2022?
Yes.
Okay, so what did you get your degree in?
Yes, so my PhD is in higher education, specifically in counseling and human development. So that's kind of where the area that I've been working in for a long time. And so I decided, I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna go ahead and get this started. So that was basically 2024. So this year, 25, was the year I wanted to launch and get it out there. So,
and here you are.
I'm here.
Yay, I am here.
Yes.
Okay, and now tell me about your, because you're currently you've been at UofL.
Yes.
For a while now, I feel like.
This is actually year, oh my gosh, going on 12 years.
No.
At the University of Louisville.
Oh my gosh, but you're only like 24. Like, she looks
Right.
like 24. That is crazy. 12 years is insane.
I know.
I would have never guessed that. I don't even know if I would have thought it was maybe half, 6.
Yeah. It's funny because that was like my first real job after finishing my master's back in 2012. And so I got that in counseling, and some of my friends and people went to like children and adolescents. I went straight to higher ed. I love the big people, so.
And you know what you love, and you know what you want.
Exactly.
So, yes.
Yeah.
And so what were you doing what are you doing at UofL?
Yeah, so currently I'm a college professor. I teach for the School of Education. I also teach for the School of Medicine. My Keisha's so funny.
Girl, because so first of all, short little story.
Yeah.
So we became friends. We met outside.
Yes, outside.
Outside. And we were both single. And next thing I know, you got wiped up, went to the right party, I guess. That's your husband. And you were wiped up so fast. And so we just kind of lost touch.
Yeah.
So I'm asking you questions that I feel like I should know the answers, but I didn't. I did not know you were at UofL for 12 years.
Yeah.
And I did not know that you taught the 2 studies that you teach.
Yeah.
So what do you do with the School of Medicine?
Yeah, so I actually teach for their health profession education program. So basically people who are in the medical field, so doctors, dentists, nurses, also pharmacists, if they want to go back and teach. then I teach courses to help them get that certification to be a health professional educator. So a lot of people in the medical field, they'll get a specialty, but then they decide, you know what, I want to teach other folks how to do this discipline. So pretty much I work on their diversity courses and kind of help them enrich their experience to be the best professor they can be.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, you're teaching about diversity and everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Definitely.
Okay. And now back to the business.
Yes.
So what services are offered? I know you have counseling.
Yes. So I have 3 different sections of services I provide. So like the first one is my counseling services. And so that also kind of ties into life coaching. Mm-hmm. And so life coaching was something that came to me because a lot of people just needed that encouragement, just to start out like what their purpose is. So a lot of people are asking me like, how do I find out my purpose, my talents? And so basically helping them feel that need to encourage them to work towards whatever that goal is, whether it's educationally, professionally, health and wellness. And so I basically kind of help strive them toward those goals. And I feel like when people, and statistics also say, if you know your worth and your abilities, you live a happier life. You're not kind of just wandering through life trying to figure out where I can fit in. And so that's one of my areas I love, life coaching, and then also the counseling. That's the mental health aspect where you have singles, marriage, family, counseling services, but then also to tie in, this is helping people with struggles with anxiety, depression, codependency, grief is a huge one because I meet so many people who lost a loved one and they still are just struggling.
No matter how many years it's been.
No matter how many years. And so so that's a huge area there. And so yeah, that's the mental health aspect. And then the other area is health and fitness. And so
Girl, have you ever been out of shape?
You know, it's funny. No, because I've always been in sports. And so even like now, like I ran track and dance, and so I still have that competitiveness in me. And so when you meet people who have these goals, they're always like, I want a body like that, or I want this
Girl,
and that.
let me get my posture together.
Roll those shoulders back.
No, for real.
So yeah, seriously. But basically, that is an area where we think about our health and nutritional goals, our dieting, and just building that discipline. So that's an area that's huge. And then lastly, my professional development. That's where I facilitate keynote speaking and teach professional development opportunities. So all the areas and topics are actually on my website, which I'll give it to you at the end of this.
Oh no, you can give it now. We can do it again later.
It's holistic-wellness-counseling.com. And then you can see, so if you ever need a professional speaker on all of these different topics, and you can see like my educational expertise to kind of speak on as well. I would love to come to your event or seminar or podcast and speak. So,
help motivate us.
Yes, we need more of it.
Jeez, because I know how to entertain, but motivation, I need motivation every day. We girlfriends. So I didn't tell you about this, but we're actually going to play. I have 2 games that I just kind of do as like little icebreakers. I started doing my last show. Just to make sure I have more fun. I've really been focusing on Saturdays with my Keisha, and because you all know I do have the Underground Lube where it comes out every week, and so you will see you in this upcoming issue. Go to theundergroundlube.com to subscribe for free. And then I also have the awards, so make sure you nominate for your favorite Black-owned business for the Bob Awards. Go to bobawards.com to nominate, and that's BOBEawards.com. Other than that, there's a game, speaking of that, called This and That. Okay. So I'm going to give you 2 things, and you tell me which one you would choose. Okay, so they're very simple, very easy. So this and that. Designer or no designer? I really wanted to know that about you because you just look like designer, like you just exude. Yes,
Thank
girl.
you.
So
I'm gonna say no designer because I feel that a woman who has the full package don't need a brand.
Yeah, you just look like this.
Right?
You just
like, I don't need all of the extra brands, because when I walk up, people want to basically represent what that is and not really care about what the brand is. And sometimes titles get you too brainwashed. I feel like we need to really understand that you are your own title, you are your own brand. I don't need a Birkin bag to make me and my outfit put together. Now, if I have it, then I have it, but I don't need it. So I would definitely say I don't necessarily need the brand.
Okay, but I feel like you do have some brands.
Yeah.
Because you just seem like you do.
There's a couple.
And so what is your favorite brand?
I do like my red bottoms. I like Louis Vuitton.
Brands.
But you know what's so funny? I also love Michael Kors. And Michael Kors is not the top, expensive bag, but it's so cute, it's trendy, and it's affordable. So I'm always about affordable. All the way.
I love to save as well. So,
Yeah.
Okay. And then this and that, condo or house?
Definitely house.
Me too, girl.
Definitely
I love me a
house.
yard, preferably front and backyard with
Yes.
fence.
Yes, I love the privacy. I love home ownership as well, just to kind of put that out there.
Because you've been there.
Yes, I love having my own property, building that equity, and when you have your own space, you can do what you want with it. Condos, you're kind of limited, right? Like you have a limited space, you're close to people. I like to be able to entertain, have that backyard, and especially when you have kids and families, you like having that bigger space too.
Yes, and that privacy, like you said.
Yes.
Definitely more work. So much more work.
It is.
But worth it for me too.
Agreed.
Okay, I feel the same.
Yeah.
And then takeout or cooking?
Oh, definitely cooking.
Ooh.
Definitely cooking.
I mean, it's healthier. Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
Healthier, and then you know what's in your food, right?
That's true.
And so it's funny because my husband and I, we like to cook, but we'll go somewhere and, for instance, we'll go to Ruth Chris and have a nice dinner, and then we're like, you know what, we can go home and cook that lamb chop.
What was that? Let's see if we can go make
Yes, that's exactly what we do. So we'll get inspired by the restaurant, and then we'll definitely emulate, that meal at a different time. So
that is such a blessing for both of you all to cook. Yay. Okay. And so, now we'll get back.
No.
Now, that was fun. Just so we can know a little bit about you, your personality. Okay, and so you already told me about your current position, but what made you start your business?
Yeah, so great question. Basically, all of my experience. So when I did start out at UofL, I started out as a counselor, and so many years doing that, and then that allowed me to build relationships with people, understand the needs of people. But then here recently, I've actually got introduced to ministry work more, and I've been working with our church at Burnett Avenue's ministry with its. We're focused on behavioral health and wellness, and so basically, with that being said, we have basically helped people who need more than just prayer. And so taking
and everybody can't talk to the pastor one-on-one.
That's true. They need someone a little more private, right? But no, it's always good to have that relationship with a pastor as well. Yes. But our mental health, behavioral health ministry actually inspired me to want to start my business, because I had several people that I would talk to, and they're like, oh, so what's your business? How can I meet with you? And they were inspired to really talk to me. And so I'm like, you know what? I got to do it. And the foundation of my business is faithful. And so I want people to feel safe to talk about God and what their faith has really done for them. So that was important.
Now, of course. So basically, the Lord brought you to start your business.
First
trying
and
to help
foremost.
out with the church.
Yes.
That's amazing, girl. And I'm not surprised because you alluded. I see it in you. So
Thank you.
Yay for following your passions.
Yeah.
And by the way, that's why I started this show, to show people, because I believe that if we wake up doing what we're passionate about, we just live a better life. We're happier, because we would do it for free. But obviously, I believe we're allowed to make money off of the things, the gifts that we have, the gifts and the passions. So, and I just want to show people different things you can do with your life. There's so many different things. So, so what are some of the techniques you've used to become the best you? Because like I said, when we met, we were both single. I keep kissing frogs. I don't know what's happening with me, but you seem to have got it together, girl. So what are some of the things that you've done to become the best you?
Yes. I would definitely say working on myself. First and foremost, getting that relationship and faith with God. I really, in this time of my adult life, that discernment from God is number one. So I feel like when we just make these decisions based off our own desires, our own wants, we always fail. God always sends us a lesson, like, you know what, you tried it your way, but come on back. And so I think I'm really taking that patience with myself, developing and that's why holistic wellness came to mind, because I'm like, it's mind, body, soul. So the physical fitness, being able to be more disciplined, controlling myself as far as what I eat, what I drink, and taking that time to sleep, get rest. And but yeah, I think also to taking risks was something that I had to do, to step out on faith and just say, you know what, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but if I have faith, God is gonna make it happen. So
exactly,
that's important.
Okay, yeah, because it seems like I only know you from, you know, going to college, working at UofL. So I did not see you risking, starting a business, because people think it's just so much.
It is.
But when you have faith and you believe that that's what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, it was definitely my calling. So especially when you hear yourself and you can visualize yourself doing it, is just taking that leap of faith to just make it happen. And so so many people need that, and that's where the life coaching comes in. They need kind of that motivation, that push to even figure out where they're going to start. Like, what's your starting point? So once you take that first step, and then it's just keep going, just keep working at it.
I know something that I tell people, because people ask me all the time. Well, the first question I ask people I meet is, so what do you want to do? They're like, I want to start a business, but what do you? And I always ask, what did you like to do as a child? Like, what did you? I was always in the mirror. I was always playing with the headphones. I was always thinking I was on stage. I was on somebody's stage, but I always had my door shut and locked so nobody could see me, because I was shy. I'm still shy. But I was always on stage with a microphone. I was always with a microphone on stage. So that's what I tell people. But what would you tell someone who thinks that, I don't know? Because I have plenty of people that are still working jobs. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but just finding your purpose, because you can still live your purpose through not having a business.
I think figuring out those things that you do that sparks your excitement, right? Regardless, and that was something that I had to learn also as a professional, because when you're in education, you're not, unless you are a president of a university or have some top field, you're not always going to make the most money. So I feel that when you go into a profession, do something that you are excited about. What would you do for free?
I was going to say, what would you do for free?
Literally, what would you do for free? And so for me, helping people was something that wasn't a choice for me. I love helping people, regardless of what it is. And so at that point, I think that if we stop always looking at the materialistic value of it and look at what you're actually putting into this world, what joy are you putting in? What are you actually doing to help others and not just yourself? Then you'll thrive, and you'll feel more fulfilled in your purpose in life.
That's very true, because when I'm having a bad day, I just hit up somebody that I've done an interview with, or has done an ad with the paper, and I just give them like a free ad or something, and then they're excited. I give it to someone who could use it, or I feel like they're a small business and I see them have a sale. I'm just like, you know what? I'll give you an ad. I just want to give you an ad or do something for them. And I promise you, every time it just makes me feel better. So I just realized that like a few months ago, like, you know what? Because I was at a point to sometimes I'm so down and I don't know what to do. And, I don't know how to control my emotions. So I've been working on that.
Yes.
So that was one thing that helped me, is just helping somebody else.
Yeah.
Helping somebody else. If I see something that like I'm upset with, or it makes me jealous or something, just give them a compliment. Instead of being upset, girl, just give her a compliment. Because obviously she got something because we can all be at different places in life. And that's something like, you just have it, girl. So.
And when you say that, I think social media is huge also in making people.
And I have to be on there so much.
Yeah.
So having that discipline you talk about, like only use it for when I'm, purposes, and only follow things that align with me.
Exactly. That's huge. And choosing what you put into your world.
Mm-hmm.
If you feel like it's not bringing something out of you, the best version of you, get rid of it. You don't have to follow certain people that make you feel insecurities, or you don't have to be around people that are going to make you feel inferior or whatever. So I think too, if we focus so much on ourselves, we won't have to compete with anyone else, because you're so busy working on your version of yourself than what they have and who they're married to. And you know, social media also too, I let people know, a lot of my clients and students, that is a lot of fake news.
Because we're only showing you the best version of everything.
Exactly.
But when you are in those downplays, it's hard to just, you know, say, well, that's not. So that's just a tool I use, is just because I would unfollow or do stuff like that. But sometimes, like, dang, but you know, for instance, I may want to be further, but then I see somebody do something, I'm like, dang, it's been like 7 years since I started. Like, Jesus, I might be in that bad place. So instead of maybe just unfollowing them, like, dang, well, actually, let me just really congratulate them. Let me just get some hearts, send some love, do something for them.
Right.
And it makes me feel better.
Yeah.
So sometimes just unfollowing and whatnot, because sometimes you want to congratulate the people, unless it's just not good for you.
Yeah.
But some stuff, I'm not gonna lie, y'all, if you're not in the best place and you see you're down here, but then you see like someone doing like, oh my gosh, and you're like, dang. Instead of just unfollowing them for that reason,
right,
give them some kudos, some blessings, and
exactly,
because clearly they got something that you want or you wish. That's something that I learned, and I'm just being honest with you all. So I mean, we've all been at some not the best place in life. So
I love the transparency,
girl.
I love it.
So okay, we're about to go because I know you have things to do. But a small, quick game again. But this one's called First Word. What's the first word that comes to mind when I say Louisville?
Cardinals.
Because you're like, oh, UofL.
Yes, definitely UofL thing.
Wellness.
Health.
Goes hand in hand. Yes. Yes. Well, healthness. Okay. Well, healthness. New Year.
Goals.
Have to have some goals.
Yes.
Yes. Some people say they don't do goals, but it is good to have something you want to improve on for the year.
Yeah, I think that every year you should be evolving. You should be growing. So I feel like sometimes in life we get stagnant and we get really comfortable. And so when I think about goals, I'm thinking about, okay, what can I do this year to improve myself? What can I do to really stretch myself out of my comfort zone? Because sometimes when people are like, oh, I'm not going to just have a goal to go to the gym, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's true, because it should be just a normal, disciplined lifestyle. It shouldn't just be a New Year goal, because typically people start that goal and after 2 weeks, it ends. So I think that when you build your goals, it should really be about, okay, how can I challenge myself to be better than that version yesterday, or even a minute? Sometimes we make decisions, right? We're like, you know what, 5 minutes ago, I need to do that a little bit better. I need to say that better, or I need to speak better, or whatever it is. We're always challenging ourselves.
Yes. Yeah. And I have heard recently to split those goals up in quarters instead of like for the year. You know, what am I going to do for the first few months? And then, so that can help too.
Exactly.
Let's see. And then love.
Spiritual.
Oh.
Yes.
We got all quiet
and
spiritual in the building.
I think love, when I think about the epitome of love, I think about Christ. I think about sacrifice, and yeah, definitely.
But they're like, I wonder if she got wiped up so quick. So, okay. All right. And then I just have one more question for you.
Okay.
What are some life coaching tips for the new year? Did I already ask you that? No.
So we spoke about best version of ourselves.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. I would definitely say really honing in on some of the things that you want in your life. So thinking about your goals, which we just talked about as far as New Year's, but stretching that out a little bit more deeper. When we're thinking about like, what are things that make us calm? What are things that we're trying to do, whether it's communicating better, finding a new career? So stretching yourself into a zone where maybe you are listening to better and more spiritual podcasts. Maybe you're looking at some dieting videos, or maybe you want to seek a coach to kind of help you with those goals. And then also too, I would say surrounding yourself with people that are doing more than you are. I always encourage people to find a mentor in the field that they're in or desire to be in, to kind of help guide them to kind of get those resources. Because sometimes if you feel like you're going to do it by yourself, it's hard, you get fatigued, and it's overwhelming. So finding people who, for myself, I found someone who had a doctorate, and I just questioned them. So what do you do? How do you get this? And, you know, people who have good hearts want to help you. They'll, you know, there are selfish people that are like, oh, I got my bag, I got my money and career, I'm good. But if you meet people who are humble and good people, they want to help you and guide you to get to that success. So surround yourself with people who are doing something, because misery do love company. And when you surround yourself with people who aren't positive and encouraging, they don't care about you reaching your goals. They don't care about your success. So be around people who care about you and care about themselves. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bars for the new year, okay? So if you would love more, if you would love a consultation,
please.
So how does consultations go? Do we get the one free conversation?
Yes.
Or how does that go?
Yeah, so if you're interested to meet with me and get more information, I definitely encourage you to go to my website. It's also on my flyer. And at the very bottom, there's an intake form. So you just click on the button and you will complete a intake form. And basically, I am waiving all consultation fees for the next couple months. So to the end of March, because I know people are still kind of doing their goal setting. So I'm like, let me give it 90 days where people can just not have to worry about.
And you just started the fee?
Yes.
When did you start exactly?
Yeah, so I actually started it officially last year. So it was around October-ish. Got it together, built the brand, website, all of that, and launched at the beginning of this year.
So you just launched January, like
2025.
like yesterday.
Like literally, like during the snowstorm and ice storm, yes. So.
Oh wow, I'm so blessed and honored to be your first media outlet.
I'm so excited.
And this is my girl, and I really stand behind her and what she does. So yes, and tell them the website again.
Yes, so it's holistic-wellness-counseling.com.
Okay. Now, is there anything you want to say before we go?
Yes, follow me on Instagram, Facebook. I definitely plan on in the future having podcasts and different things so people can get more knowledge in different areas and content. And I'm excited if you are also an entrepreneur, or you have specialties that are in healthcare field, education, and you want to partner, do some events and things around the community or the region. I am here. I want to support other women, other men, and we are just going to do the thing in 2025. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yes. Dr. Katrina Beasley, okay? And congratulations on your family. Your girls are beautiful. They dance and cheer just like you.
They do.
And they are just so beautiful. I love to watch them on social media.
Thank you.
Yes, Mom. All right, you guys. Well, again, don't forget to go to theundergroundlube.com and check out her article that'll be in there soon. And subscribe for free online. Comes out every week at theundergroundlube.com. And then nominate your favorite Black-owned business for the BOBE Awards, BOBE Awards.com. Nominations end soon. The awards is coming up, guys. So I love you so much for tuning in. And I'll see you next time on Saturdays with my Keisha. Bye.